friends and not yet friends. Welcome back to Mary's Test Kitchen, where we're taking that can of cranberry sauce from the back of your cupboard that's maybe been in there for years and about to expire and putting it to good use. For these cranberry cream cheese cinnamon rolls, vegan as always. So please give this video a thumbs up to let me know you're sweet on vegan treats, and I'll be sure to keep them coming. Let's start with our cinnamon roll dough. With a cup of warm plant-based milk and a tablespoon of sugar. I'm using brown for this, but it doesn't really matter what kind you use. Mix, and then add 2 1/4 teaspoons of dry active yeast. Instant or traditional, it doesn't matter. Both will dissolve nicely in this. And we're gonna wait about 5 minutes for it to bloom.
Same world, but without us. Something made us find each other out there. Made us realize.
Before things overflow and get messy, transfer that to your mixing bowl. Add 3 tablespoons of melted vegan butter and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to use my stand mixer to help me out today. And stir this a bit before putting in the dough hook. And gradually adding 3 cups of flour.
I'm the lazy one, so I guess I should have known. You said yourself you want to do this alone. What if your dreams are making it hard?
After about 5 minutes in the machine, or 10 minutes if you're kneading by hand, you should have something like this. A soft dough that's fairly consistent throughout, still a little bit tacky. Here, I'm just manipulating it a bit so you can get an idea of how it should feel. I hope this helps. Otherwise, it would be weird. Then you can cover things up so the dough can rise to double in size without drying out. Choose a warm, draft-free location for the bowl, and in the meantime, relax. And give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it so far. Maybe get hyped for your next vegan baking adventure. Try my baked vegan donuts like Veg Fran on Instagram here. They're actual yeast donuts, and she leveled them up with cacao nibs, dried strawberries, and all manner of pretty things. Or if you're feeling like a bigger project, have you tried my vegan croissants yet? They may be intimidating, but they're really not that difficult. It just takes a while. Lots of people have tried them. Why not you next? Like Veggies by Quart. Just look at those surface bubbles. So pretty and wonderful shaping. So good. And vegan kitchen witchery. I see one of those is a cheese croissant. What a cozy meal. And cooking with V. Just perfection. And look, she made a baby one too. Thank you so much to everyone who has made my recipes and tagged me in them. It really is so sweet to see my recipes in your kitchens. Speaking of sweet things though, let's get back to the cranberry buns by cracking open that can of cranberry sauce. I have whole berry sauce here, but you can also use the smooth, jellied kind. They're all generally sweetened with cranberries' naturally occurring pectin, but sometimes they do have gelatin, so be sure to check the ingredients. Mash in a tablespoon of vegan butter, and this will turn our cinnamon buns into delicious sticky buns later. When your dough has doubled in size, ready your work surface with a sprinkling of flour. I go around the bowl with a bit of flour too, and I find this helps me scoop the dough out cleanly. Squish it down. Isn't that satisfying? And roll it out into a rectangle. Get it down to about just under a ½ inch thick. 18 inches on the long side if you want to be precise. Next, you'll want 2 tablespoons of room temperature vegan butter so it's nice and soft and spreadable. Then spread it. Just leave an inch along one edge uncovered. Cover the rest though, edge to edge. Then sprinkle over a tablespoon of ground cinnamon. and brown sugar.
Just remember this.
And finally, a couple tablespoons of dried cranberries.
But without us, something made us find each other.
Now you can roll this up, starting with the covered side. Fold in the first inch and pinch down so it stays in place and it will be easier to roll. Then go up and down that length, stretching the dough just a little as you go so you get a tight roll.
Stardust, stardust.
Go all the way until you roll right over the uncovered edge. Then let the weight of the roll sit on the seam. Grab a couple of baking pans, or one large one, whatever you have, hopefully a pan with sides, and line them with parchment. Divide the cranberry sauce butter mixture into the pans. This might seem a little weird if you haven't tried this technique for making sticky bun bottoms before, but just go with it.
And remember this.
Now we can cut the rolls into 12 pieces. I meant to cut 12, but I got distracted by how satisfying this dough was to cut using thread. It's much easier to get a nice clean cut with thread versus using a knife. But anyways, when I was done, I realized I cut 8 pieces and there was no going back. It's okay though. We'll just have extra large cinnamon rolls and I see no problem with that. I'm squishing them because I'd rather have wide buns than tall buns. And give them lots of room because they will expand a lot. And spoon the cranberry sauce over top.
Maybe I'm just too slow. We should just lean together.
Then we'll cover them up and let them rise for between 30 to 60 minutes, however long it takes for them to double in size. This would be a good time to clean up a bit. And you'll want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 205 Celsius. Hopefully you can time it so your buns are fully risen just as your oven reaches the right temperature. Remove the plastic wrap and bake these gorgeous things in your fully preheated oven for about 18 to 20 minutes, or however long it takes in your oven for them to get golden on top and for that sauce to thicken up and get sticky. And you see that still bubbling? They bake up to be super soft and fluffy, with a little toasty crispiness around the top edges, and the bottoms are sticky with a little chew to them. And as you can see, with my hand for scale, these buns are a pretty generous size too. They smell so good right now, but let them cool before you ice them. To make the icing, you'll need a full stick or a half a cup of vegan butter. The best kinds for this icing are nice and solid at room temperature, like Earth Balance buttery sticks or Miyoko's. Add an equal measure of plain vegan cream cheese. Get a thick one like Daiya or Tofutti. And don't worry, that signature Daiya flavor is well covered when we add a teaspoon of vanilla extract and icing sugar afterwards. But first we cream this together until it's nice and fluffy.
I'm not ready for autumn.
We'll add 1 cup of icing sugar at first and stir it in before turning on the beaters though, or you'll have sugar flying everywhere. Add the rest and mix it in first like before. This is my favorite part of the whole recipe, making the icing. Then for a not-so-secret ingredient, fresh orange zest adds dimension to the creamy sweet icing. I used about 1/8 teaspoon.
Autumn comes too soon. I'm not ready for autumn.
And when the buns are cool, smother them generously with your vegan cream cheese icing.
Summer is ended, the leaves are turning brown.
Add a few more dried cranberries if you like. And for a really awesome chewy texture variation, I love adding vegan mini marshmallows. I just cut open a bag of dandies the day before so they dry out a little first. I just love them that way. I do hope you give this recipe a try. You won't regret it. And don't forget to take a pic and tag me on Instagram at Mary's Test Kitchen. Although I know it's tough to wait. Luckily, part of my video format is to eat some right away.
Comes too soon.
The bun is so fluffy and light, the icing is rich and sweet and cream cheesy, and the added texture from the dried cranberry sticky sauce and vegan marshmallows, it's over the top. And of course, I did share. By the way, these are a huge hit at bake sales and potlucks. Usually I'll make the dough the night before, then do all the rest the morning of because they really do taste the best on the same day. But you can also freeze them afterwards, and they thaw nicely too. Just set them out at room temperature for about 20 minutes or so. Or microwave. I have all the details in the written recipe, which you can print out too if you like, and it's linked in the description box, as always. I hope that helps as we go into the busier fall season, and hopefully we still can have bake sales and potlucks with everything going on. Like still, 2020 is really trying to last more than 2 years here. Ambitious. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, my friend. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already, as I am very sure you won't want to miss the next sweet vegan treat I have in store for you. Bye for now.